So today I'd like to talk about the moves of mindfulness that bring about wise attention. So the other day, Bill brought up this concept, yoniso manasikara, which translates as wise or appropriate attention. So my question is, are we seeing from a view that allows wise attention to arise? This is where mindfulness comes into play. It is the moves of mindfulness that bring about wise attention. For wise attention to arise, mindfulness must be present in order to see and feel clearly and accurately. This posture is decidedly different, is decidedly not us and our usual way of seeing and relating to the world. Relating as we usually do lands us in a very personal, very biased perspective. Seeing anything through the filter of me means that I will judge whatever is happening as pleasing or not, or worthy of my attention or not. So, if I'm getting bored watching my breath, I likely won't mind the distraction of thinking about something, thinking about what I'm doing later, or rehashing some real or imagined conversation. But seeing and feeling clearly through the lens of mindfulness means seeing and feeling from a very particular perspective. A non-judgmental, non-identified, interested posture of caring attention to whatever is happening in the present moment. Now, let me repeat that. Mindfulness is a non-judgmental, non-identified, interested posture of caring attention to whatever is happening in the present moment. Now, that last part is really important because it again suggests that there's no preference. Simply, whatever is happening right now is worthy of my attention, is worthy of caring attention. If a non-judgmental, non-identified, interested posture of caring attention is attending to, say, the experience of breathing, it figuratively turns attention's eyes on that experience with care and interest, watching it change moment after moment. Breathing isn't boring or exciting. It's just what is happening right now and is the object we have decided to attend to. Breathing isn't boring because there is only this moment, and it is fresh now and eternal now, so to speak. Appropriate attention is sensing into the felt experience of breathing in that moment. We aren't thinking about breathing. We aren't making breathing happen. Breathing is happening all on its own, and mindfulness is simply following along, noticing, say, the length or the depth, the speed, the comfort, noticing its feel inside this cavity of body, sensing whether it's short or long, rough or smooth, fast or slow, deep or shallow, effortful or easy. We might notice the distinction between the feel of the inhalation and the feel of an exhalation. We might notice their effect on the body and the mind. We might notice that the breath is impermanent, that it has its own stress, and that nothing personal, but breathing is just breathing. These are actually awarenesses and insights that can change our relationship to the miracle of breathing that's keeping us alive. Breathing isn't boring if mindfulness is at the helm. There's a lot to look at and a lot to feel. But if we are at the helm, if Susan is at the helm, well, she may fall asleep at the wheel from boredom. She may fall asleep at the wheel and feel her to-do list is far more important or interesting to follow than the in and out of breathing. But we must remember that mindfulness arises out of the union of the heart and the mind. The heart has to care about what is being seen and felt. And this is not our habit in everyday life. No. No, here often the mind and the heart are operating separately. Much of the busyness and business of our day is about getting things done, about thinking and problem solving. Feeling into and with others, or even into ourselves, is not the habit. We reserve our hearts for those we deem worthy. And the masses fall into the neutral category, into the don't really care zone. As Naomi Shihab Nye wrote in the famous poem Kindness, how desolate the landscape can be between the regions of kindness. How true that is in daily life. So in practice, not only are we learning to step out of our usual way of relating to experience, of indulging and resisting, of not noticing, we are instructed to bring the heart and the mind together in the looking and the feeling, to empathize, to notice and feel with what is happening in the present, without the overlay of our opinion or preference. Out of this union comes the experiential sense of non-judgmental, of not having preferences, of being interested and caring about and for what is being attended to. This is what we want to practice feeling into. This is where the magic is. This is how clear seeing and feeling come about, by us getting out of the way and conditioning and uniting the heart mind into the sensitive senses that they are. Wise attention will arise from here. When they operate as a unit, as one, as the chitta, as the heart mind, so the heart mind can feel and it can see and feel with greater clarity, because we are not getting in the way with our judgments and opinions and preferences. Seeing clearly and clear seeing and feeling occurs when there are no demands made on how the moment should be. It's just this. It just is. And mindfulness is sensing what this feels like. It is out of this kind of clear seeing and feeling that wise discernment comes about. We discern then how best to respond to what is happening and have a better chance for a good result, because the self and its maneuverings are not in play. My preferences don't come into play when mindfulness is in action. But our collective starting point is that we are deeply identified with our perspective. And the social conditioning of us modern folk is that in life, we are valued by our productivity, not by our kindness. And we are judged worthy of attention or not by how much money we have or power or influence. Kindness and considering our own and others' welfare are not the norm. In other words, mindfulness is not our norm. So we're practicing it. We're practicing, and this kind of practicing means going against the stream of our cultural and familial conditioning. It's a new move. Mindfulness is a new move to unite the heart and the mind into a finely tuned sensing instrument. That's what mindfulness is doing. So, given our collective starting point, let's meet ourselves where we are, and let's practice getting us and our views and opinions out of the way. And then let's kindle the heart toward care and consideration, and train attention to stay right here in the present moment. Let's see if we can let go of our views and opinions a little bit more and come into that quality of attention mindfulness offers. Why not? We've been in our view our whole life. Why not try to see from a different perspective and see what that feels like? All right. So let's play with bringing mindful, caring attention to the fore. It's for your welfare. It is for the welfare of all that we encounter. All right? So thank you for your kind attention. Thank you. And let's practice now. So if you will, let's bring caring attention to the body and remember that we have a body, feel into it, give it what it needs to feel a little more comfortable in its skin so it has a little more room to breathe. Notice where it gets cranky, give it a little loving. Ugh. Movement and breath release stress. Always good to do that. Take your time. Feel into as comfortable a physical posture as is possible. Give the body the support it needs so it can let go of the work. Feel into a relaxed, alert posture in the body. Maybe gently close the eyes, let go of the outside world, and bring the attention squarely inside. Let go of our thoughts and just keep dropping down inside the body and letting the body unwind and letting the breath come into its own comfortable rhythm. So we practice getting us and our views and opinions, the busyness of our mind out of the way. And we come into the visceral experience of this present moment. Body comes in for a landing, and then we kindle the heart toward care and consideration. What does it need right now to feel a little more interested in the experience of well-being? And you keep attention tethered there to that line of questioning. And let felt experience be your guide. So keep feeling how it feels in the present moment and keep unwinding from stress and coming into ease of well-being. This is the practice. Let go of your thoughts and feelings. Drop into a non identified, non judgmental, interested posture of caring attention. It's watching over your well being right now in the present moment. Now, for the last 5 minutes, just let go of any work. Just relax and just settle into being and breathing. And finally, drop in the awareness of context. All of us sitting here with you, you sitting here with us, each of us breathing and being and allowing ourselves to be just as we are. And sense into the ease and space that creates inside. The field effect of goodwill.